Liquid MIBR is our final game of the day. Before we get there, our final chapter in Game 2. It's 100 Thieves and Swole Patrol Inferno. Chad has highlighted that the stats do not frame our plucky underdogs in a particularly good light, but it's the fragging and the crosshair placement that will do the talking from here on out as I prepare to witness Swole Patrol's CT pistol. I'm seeing CZs, I'm seeing a couple of smoke grenades to keep them at bay, and the same could be said for the 100 Thieves.
CZ will be used towards a boiler room / apartments. I tell a lie, actually. It's actually towards B. You don't see it there too often. So a bit of a wild first if a Freakazoid. We'll see whether he can make this one work out for him. He's got a CZ and smoke combo. Got Rush here observing. Hello, Rush. How you doing, Green?
Blue, I'm very good, yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us. Great to have you here with us. And at this point, we will see 3 players up towards middle. An A attack coming in with smokes towards Moto. And maybe the end of the apartments here. Bomb, currently second middle. Azza waits for JKS. First smoke goes down towards the quad side. Bomb will end up coming out of either boiler or the apartment itself. Looks to be the latter.
Cooper, he's been so good, but missed the shot. And 180 from JKS. Now the smokes are coming in. Marky tested, and did Lias just hit that in the air? Woof! Maybe his feet touched the hay bales, but only for a second. This round has just been lost in the blink of an eye.
That was wild there. That quad-sided smoke gave off the misdirection that it was going to be an arch play. It was all a ruse as we saw them waterfall out of apartments. And Zelsis and Freakazoid will do well here to hold on to what they have. The reason for Zelsis to survive is to get that cheaper upgrade into head armor in the next round.
Indeed, and Freakazoid with the CZ because you just want to use the CZ next round
and
actually
kind of
get
a good gun.
Yeah, it's $500, but he's going to save that expenditure going forward. And for now, that's if he holds on to it. Gratisfaction on a bit of a hunt here, and a worthwhile one considering the fact they have that CZ and armor. We'll see if they can find anyone here as he makes his way towards ruins. It's going to be Zelsis with the advantage, of course. Has been pretty sharp today. Spots the first, but taken out. Lovely shot there from Gratisfaction, and removes that $650 Kevlar from his body there. It's going to be Freakazoid to survive with the $500 CZ, but that's about it. He'll be able to purchase up with armor and some basic utility. Should see the force from the CT side. You often do on the second round of Inferno. Great shot from JKS. That's a stunner.
Hello.
And we'll see a jumping shot from Liaz as well as he comes out, manages to absolutely wreck house on towards that A side.
Well, that's a nasty way to go down, and force buying in with an SMG on Food. He's the hardest hitter alongside the scout on Cooper, hoping to tag him up for the CZ75. Let's see how this one shapes up. Early utility will be exchanged, and interestingly, they've opted to smoke the half wall to start things off. There is a limited number of those, and now only 3 for the CT side. Running down the clock will not become such a viable option.
Yeah, very, very early there to use that smoke. It means that they're a little bit skittish, worried about potentially getting run on down based off of that open Molotov, but now we'll see the remaining exchange from the Thieves as they will take top banana control with ease. Nobody taking much damage other than Liaz, who's only taken 1 point in this round. And after they've done that, they will be walking straight back towards A, where they've smoked off the arch side and gotten top middle. So this could be quite the snowball if they want to go quick.
Yeah, snowballs and avalanches can start small. But that's similar to the buy of Swole Patrol. Let's see what Food's got. Nothing. Empties his mind as JKM empties his mag. Marky does find one onto Azza though. And now the retake. They are close to the site to try and do as much damage as they can. Jacob holding a very tight line. He's looking on form today.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult kill, though. He didn't make a quick one, that's to say the least. But he does get it with the final bullet up the creek. Things still getting a bit dicey here. As you'll see, Jacob just about get the reload in time. And should be able to batter them, bruise them here. As it goes down to a 3-on-2. Needs to get out. And the bunny hop movement is superb. It looks like they still have enough in the tank to go for this retake here. Liaz trying to fend them off, doing absolutely everything he can. Sits in the smoke, that should do it. No kit available for Zelsis. They've done incredible damage here. And unfortunately, Chad, even with those kills coming through, I was about to say they can't buy with a Krieg saved. You might be tempted.
Is he going to live? He might die to the bomb.
Fine. Oh,
It was the
that's
backside
shame.
plant.
He must
Yeah,
have been. Oh,
that's
it was
right.
backside.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the reason. I think if it was a default plant, he should have been
Yeah.
fine in that situation. Thieves are so lucky that he died to the bomb there.
Yeah.
This was such a messy round for no reason.
I don't know how it became so messy, though. Everything was looking calm. They could have just held the bomb sites in the pit. They kept wanting to challenge. As I said, if they save that creek, they almost certainly buy here. I don't think they will now, considering the fact that they lost it towards the end by virtue of the bomb blast. And we are going to see HE grenades, smokes, and just USPs here. Very conservative approach to Swole Patrol. 2-0 down and currently 1-1 in maps. Yes, you are hearing me correct. It was Train to open things up, and Swole Patrol actually looked very decent. It went to overtime, but they closed things out. Got wrecked on Vertigo, to be fair. And Inferno, not the best start there. 3-0 on the docket here. Good HE. Doesn't do too much damage, I'm afraid. Just a little bit towards Azza. Smoke in. 5 players here. Don't really have to do anything too technical in these sort of rounds. Should be absolutely fine just to make your way through. Jacob, though, might want to calm himself down. Gets a kill in the end as his teammates get ready to make their way through.
Yeah, it's Azza's Mag 10. It's going to be the first one in. He's just going to be able to tap away or spray away, it seems, on the first 2. Freakazoid and Food fall. Cooper's found, and yeah, that's all said and done. Marky's done well to find just the 1, but no real big weapons lost. It will upgrade that Mag 10 to a rifle before he's pulled into the 4th. So, 100 Thieves, you have the spotless start. Taking note that there is only, what, 5, 7 kills in total over the course of those 3 opening rounds for Swole Patrol. So nothing to be sniffed at, especially considering how chaotic, as our Chad and Henry discussed, that last round was.
Well, this is where we get into the business rounds, I suppose.
Yeah, I think you might be right. It'd be indicative as to whether Swole Patrol can actually do anything with this series towards the end of it. They only picked up 1 gun round in the first half of Vertigo. Lots of fire there, Gratisfaction. Be careful. He'll fall back to the safety of the smoke. Grenade lands behind him, only does 3 damage. But that does a lot more. It's going to be the M4A4 to open things up. Freakazoid will strike first. Can they convert this first round? Looking good to fall back. Or think better of it and go back towards A here. So Jacob trying to reclaim territory on the map. He's coming forward and a very nice shot there. The double flashbang from his teammates coming through as well. They knew that was a possibility. Marky gets absolutely removed.
If we thought the utility usage from the Thieves was smothering over there on Vertigo, well, this is going to be even more so. But Cooper continuing that good form, finds his first frag of map number 3.
Still 30 seconds remain, and they've got one through the smoke here. Food in a lot of trouble.
He thought he was safe. Cooper was just taking pot shots. He felt completely protected by that smoke, but Jacob, you know what he's safe from Jacob today? He's on a mad one. 3 kills in this round. He is knife out into Freakazoid, and with 15 seconds left, Freak's frag could have done enough. There is no time to get to the site. Freak's firing off warning shots. He's hoping that his teammate will get away. Azza, however, has spotted the other. 5 seconds for both frags. They need to happen now. Azza's got 1. No bomb, no hope. Freakazoid wins the round by virtue of the clock.
I can't believe that that even happened. It was Jacob who found so much success in the round, and by himself, he hightails it alone towards B with 15 seconds remaining. Now, that doesn't seem to make much sense. I do know there's a player towards the pit. I understand that rationale, but you have no information as to where the last player is, who's the B anchor. Why he's got his knife out and why he's assuming that's clear, I couldn't tell you, but after working so hard to get back in this round, that's the moment there. It all falls apart.
We'd call that one a tilt round here as we're in the US Air Force tactical timeout, but the timeout will actually be called from Swole Patrol, who they don't have the discussion of, wait, how do we just win that round? It's how do we win the next with only 1 individual surviving and guns that we need to drop across? And
That's a
that
good
stat
point.
line right there, ladies and gentlemen, that one, let me tell you, is definitely bang on, because the Thieves right now have, with this core 5, ever since the introduction of Gratisfaction and Liaz, they've played Inferno a total of 57 times. Same
So
with
they know what they're
Mirage.
doing on it, though.
Yeah, it's head and shoulders, those 2 maps, above the rest. 57 times for Mirage and Inferno, respectively, and then Dust 2 is the next on 29.
Well, as Chad pointed out, this will be an incredibly difficult round for Swole Patrol, considering only 1 player survived. They've got their first gun round under their belts, but they're going to need a lot more where that came from, considering the absolute carnage that ensued on Vertigo. 100 Thieves just wrecking house time and time again. Jacob has been instrumental in their success, but dropped the ball in the previous round along with the bomb.
Yeah, the ball and the bomb. So
So
Jacob has been individually impossible to beat. So let's see if they can find the win. There we go, a huge win for Food. Triple kill to win it all. Swole Patrol will get their feet and their teeth back into Inferno, courtesy of Food.
yeah, big spray down, holding towards the hay bales. A change of pace for 100 Thieves. We call it the flash attack when you throw it in once a half. You're just trying to change the pace up, knowing that money's low is when you normally drop the static in. Smoke down, flashes over, hoping to catch them out with no ore present and no incendiary. But of course, the timing doesn't work out for them.
Yeah, the position Food got those kills in is unusual for the sense of you don't normally expect a player to be taking a duel at that time, right? Once you clear the bicycle position, it's normally directly below you, and your flight paths are to drop down on that position and kill someone who's turtling up. He's been a little bit more assertive, and that's netted him 3 big kills. So good stuff there from Food, and it will be the eco from the Thieves here, as we can see Gratisfaction straggling on through us. Molotov gets himself a kill, immediately traded on out.
Yeah, Zelsis is in trouble though. They want to charge
good.
him. Oh, that nade looks promising.
They recover the rifle here, but they'll see if they can do much with it. Cooper should be able to shut this one down, no problem. Double kill on the cards, which he'll convert. The third is no problem either. There we have it. Nice work. We've got a game on our hands here, boys. 3 rounds in a row now for Swole Patrol as we tie things up at 3-3. Money starting to build up, though, on the 100 side of the eco previously. They managed to get 1 kill with the rifle, but this swing from Cooper was everything. Even after taking a bullet to the face, still had 55 HP. And we'll see them now bring out Kriegs on the CT side, just a single one for now. Do they have the AWP just yet? Not quite. Zelsis down to the M4. But they do have a reservoir of cash building up. Cooper is 6,100. Needs to win 1 more round to feel safe, let's say.
If this play is similar to Train, where Thieves get map control and then just execute blind, then this can be a game. If, however, the Aussie bunch decide to isolate individual duels and maybe allow their individuals to go for some more outlandish plays than from the regimented style, then I think, you know, they'll run away with it. But if they just go mid control, banana control, execute, well, Swole Patrol know how to defend against the B execute. They know how to defend against an A execute. We should be seeing equal trades. This is where the game starts to, no matter your level of opponent, once we're towards the upper echelons, the top tier of Counter-Strike, the top 50 teams in the world, everybody can put out a certain level of CS and a certain level of understanding.
So, 5 players for 100 Thieves making their way towards B. We can see Jacob setting up a smoke, which I assume lands just in front of the library area towards Moto. And it's a 3-man stack. They are reading this well.
This is what I'm talking about, right?
Celsius not going to be practicing any trigger discipline. In fact, quite the contrary. He's just going to unload the full magazine. As of the first to claw back for 100 Thieves, but damage is inflicted. It's Cooper. Another triple. Quad in total. 3 in very quick succession. And that's twice he's closed them down on the B push.
Well read. They've done their homework, that's for sure, knowing the tendencies of 100 Thieves. A very underwhelming little fake over towards the A side of the map. One smoke thrown in towards Moto. Flashbangs over towards B, and you can see this mowing them down. They had the ideal setup there with Swole Patrol. 1 player boosted up. Zelsis gets the opening frag, and Cooper just knocks them down with the Krieg. That's why teams like Astralis are coming out and saying, we're not buying the Krieg on the T side anymore. It's just too powerful in the CT hands. Multi-kill potential is too high, and it's perfectly demonstrated there by Cooper. First shots to be delivered, and it's actually, is it a Deagle headshot that's only done that much damage for the corner, I assume? Must have been.
It sounded painful.
Yeah.
Here's a discussion topic with this round seeming like it might take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Do we think that teams might transition to what Astralis are talking about in the middle of games? For example, right now, we can see that the Krieg's on board on the side of things for Swole Patrol is only 1, right? If you're the Thieves right now, you don't necessarily need to buy into Kriegs for a patch of rounds, right? You could opt to just go for the AKs as opposed to giving more
until you take them out of the CT hands, you mean?
Yeah, like if you're getting mauled by them,
yeah,
right? You could even make a change up in the middle of the game. You could start with the Kriegs, maybe it doesn't go the way you want to, but eventually you're going to whittle it down, right? Or in theory, eventually you're going to whittle it down.
No doubt. You've seen some very outlandish angles taken by Cooper in this round, but that's just because of the power of his Krieg, but also cognizant of the buy from 100 Thieves. He can take a little bit more of a aggressive stance. Speaking of aggressive, look at Food's positioning.
Yeah, he looks like he'll be on the cards for a couple of kills here. It's going to be Marky opening things up, though. There comes the big spray down coming in from the likes of the CT defense. Going to see 4 players survive there, recover even more T-weaponry, as did the Krieg and AK-47 amongst their ranks now, 5-3. Remember, 103 is winning the pistol, have now lost 5 rounds in a row. This might not be the quick one and done as we expected on the third map here. 100 Thieves are struggling somewhat.
Yeah, and once you go to, I want to say a more traditional map, but a map that's definitely been played out, would be Inferno. Everything is available on this map in terms of approaches, which is about which one you want to go for here. And within the early stages, Swole Patrol are doing a fantastic job of defending on their CT side. The rally of nades and banana will have the back and forth, and it appears the 3 players towards the top want to reinitiate on this.
Well, they're going to have control for now, and they can hear the bullets being fired off. Azel on the other side of the smoke now. Working out his options. Is there any points of access here? The flashbang rebuttal, though, from the CT side is fantastic. Surely gets a frag here. There's a trade. Can the Krieg do anything more? Apparently not. Smoke goes down. Freakazoid gives up his position, and surely they'll go back towards A at this point. Maybe a gamble stack required. Time will tell. Marky will get the call from Freakazoid that he's comfortable for now. Smoke's down, doesn't feel any extra pressure, and it's still a minute on the clock, so they're going to batten down the hatches towards A.
I've just been watching Marky's position on the minimap go back and forth. The molly arrives, his indecision.
He's certainly not clear as to where they're finishing up. The flashbang's decent, though. Food, maybe he can get a couple out of this. I doubt it. Marky will get 2, though, and there's a chance, but 2 fantastic shots from JKS should secure the round now. We know Freakazoid, the B anchor, do not run towards him with the bomb this time. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. He'll come through now and actually broke through the smoke. He knows his final players towards the pit, and JKS will have to bring out 3 fabulous shots to close out the round there. By the skin of their teeth, 100 Thieves get through the round.
I thought he had it there. Chad did too.
I was on the Freakazoid hype train right there. I lost a clutch to Freakazoid once upon a time.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Was it on Cash?
Yeah, that's the one.
I remember that one.
Quite an infamous clutch.
Yeah. Someone went on to say it was the worst played 1v1 of all time.
Who said it?
Duncan said it.
I thought you I thought you might know the name of who said it.
Yeah, well...
How many 1v1s has Duncan played?
I asked my teammates after what they thought, and they were okay with it, so that's about the only thing.
I remember, was it a Columbus that happened?
MLG Columbus in the major qualifier?
I watched it. I think I might have been commentating it, to be fair. I can't imagine what I said about it. Sorry if I said anything bad.
I don't know. I didn't rewatch it, Henry. Back then I was too depressed to rewatch the games, man.
I'm pretty sure I casted it live, and I think I might have rinsed you, but I apologize.
It was a good play. I'm not going to lie. Considering the situation, the fact that I even got away and was able to plant the bomb on A after my teammates left me high and dry, you know, what do you want?
Well, I mean, the win
would have been nice. It wasn't like it was an important game or anything.
5-4 the score, round 10. We do see banana control taken early. And this time they're standing their ground. Grat's playing anti-flash, the rest hiding behind the half wall, just anticipating the same maneuver we saw in round 9 from Swole Patrol.
B execution on the agenda for the Thieves. The boost up in the bomb site does enable you to avoid the flames, and we'll see whether this works out. It's a very similar approach. The smoke down to block the view from in front of the bomb site, focusing towards CT spawn. Zelsister doing a great job here, using the smoke as a guide for himself, trying to stay alive at this point. Liaz and JKS are ravenous for more and more frags. It's down to the 2 versus 2. Marky low. Needs backup as well. I don't see a world where Swole Patrol bring this one back. The positioning from Liaz looks too good.
Yeah, Marky's smoke's not bad, though, because it doesn't even vote to cross. Admittedly, it's an expected cross, and Azza is holding that avenue. As soon as it fades, it has now faded. So the pressures on the CTs, they have to tickle the bomb, and you can see they're both just lying in wait for that sound cue. That's the sound cue needed, and now Marky supporting. Liaz has to find both. They double peek. Marky will find it. And there's time for the defuse as well. Chad, you're not happy?
No, I understand why Azza was glued towards looking to the bomb position or banana, expecting them to try and tap and defuse and cover from more passive angles. But the opportunity for a CT to be deep in the site was always on the cards there. The fact that they had triple box control, that was the unraveling of the round.
I feel like the smoke towards ruins from the CT side, that's what won it for them. You don't see that too often. On the retake there, it looked like there was no chance of getting a breakthrough. Like I said, Liaz's position was very strong indeed. Smoke down in ruins, though, all of a sudden they have access towards the bomb site, and the bomb's down in the default position, meaning they're both players towards ruins. That actually becomes a disadvantage. They can't see the bomb anymore. Everything falls apart very quickly, and some great shots landing from Swole Patrol. Find them 6 on the board now, up against 4. Money, okay on the T side. There are a couple of compromises, and the first kill Soul make it the first
Love
two.
it.
Found by Swole Patrol. They have got a 5-on-3, and there's no response here whatsoever.
Where did Azza go down? It must have been in alt middle.
Take a look at the X's on the map. Looks like T stairs 1 and second mid. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, we saw the first kill. So Azza would have gone down T stairs. That's my brain just catching up, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. We saw the rifle push, kill the alt middle guy, and then that means down towards T stairs is how that secondary frag came in.
So Cooper was just holding that while his teammate pushed second mid. Makes sense. 3 left, 400 Thieves. And it's on Zelsis just jiggling for info. Liaz is just outside of that, so he should be able to... Ooh, there it is. Get the info.
He's going to get run down.
Could get run down. Should get run down. Will. And now bomb loose. Good trade from Freakazoid. He's doing well to keep them at bay, but will get caught eventually by Liaz. A little early for that one, because now there's a chance.
Bomb to be going down. A chance.
Smoke on JKS here could be instrumental.
Well, the crossfire looking a lot more promising for the planted bomb here. The grenade not so much, though. Brings Liaz down to 1-tap territory for those M4s as the retake begins. Bomb ticking away at some pace now. Cooper trying to open things up. Looking behind the fountain. Does he find the first shot? He doesn't. Liaz does, though. Spraying off towards CT spawn. Looks like they've done enough there. JKS is mowing them down. And finally, a compelling gun round here from 100 Thieves as they get closer and closer to tying things up. 6-5 after winning the pistol. Remember, they had the 3-0 start here on Inferno. Split right down the middle now. They'll have the advantage financially in more ways than one. They're absolutely wrecked on the CT side, chat. They're going to have to force buy with 1,400, right?
Yeah, it's not an ideal position to find yourself in. As you
Not
can see
now.
what Freakazoids had to go in with. The UMP, a little bit of utility scattered on through, and then it's just pistols for the rest of them. So it's not promising whatsoever. But if they steal this one away, that could tell a story for this half.
And the reason they have to force buy in, because they're bottom of the barrel of the loss bonus. They had $1,400, $1,900 going into the next round. So even if you did take a full save, you wouldn't have enough. So you might as well buy up with what you can. And as you can see, it's not a whole lot. JKS starting to really come online now. Gets his 10th frag of this first half. Should be enough to win the round, to be honest with you. That confirms are an eco. If they go towards B, sure, that's where the UMP resides with that CZ. I don't see it being a massive issue, though.
I have a question for you, Henry.
Go
while
on.
We have this
Yep.
moment of time here.
Always ready for your questions, Chad.
Did you have anyone when in your playing days who you really enjoyed playing a clutch situation with?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
There used to be this guy called Huts G. Maybe you've heard of
Sure.
him. Him and I were called the G team.
Okay.
When we won every single clutch I think we were ever in.
Was it
Wasn't
much
confirmed
communication
stat.
needed?
was never put in the
It
Guinness
just
Book of
felt that
Records.
way.
But yeah, it felt like if ever you're in a clutch against us, like you were going down.
Was that intuition, or you guys just had good understanding of the way that you
I
communicated?
I played with him for like 5 years straight.
Oh.
So him and I always just had that unspoken synergy.
Synergy for 100 Thieves on Jacob. Just waiting it out, waiting all the smokes,
Look
and
at all this.
eventually, yep, there's another one. Another fight is delivered. It's interesting that all of the 5 members of the Thieves are gathered and congregating in Banana. Yeah, I thought they might turn tail eventually. But Cooper wants to lock the doors. First shot found.
Forget about him, boys. Keep going.
But Jacob, the loose thread. And Cooper can't handle him. One bullet would have been enough. And a safe plant now for 100 Thieves. They've played this one well. Playing the numbers, and JKS continues to fill the feed for his squad. It's him, Jacob, and Liaz. I mean, that is the list you would make of the fraggers of the Thieves.
Yeah, that would make sense. It all adds up. And unfortunately, for Swole Patrol, that force buy doesn't get them much at all. As you can see, $1,900 per player now. Have to take the full eco and give up the half lead. This is going to be 7-6 almost certainly. JKS, Jacob getting it done.
Here's one for you as well. We're talking about the clutch situation. I had some cousins who were in a team with me at one point.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Were they part of the Birchall clan?
No,
No.
not my cousins. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I see what you mean.
I had 2 teammates.
Okay.
who
You
were
had
cousins.
cousins, not cousins that you
Understand.
had.
Yeah. One was an Andrew Tran, and the other was a Henry Barr. So definitely not related to me by any means. But they didn't communicate in clutch situations because they would just kind of...
A telepathic
Play.
sort of situation?
Yeah, they just feel off of each other. They knew how they both approached the game very well, and they would always win a lot of clutches together. It's unique to see how... Because there are those types of combos where people just play with each other better than others.
I do think it comes down to the human element of it all, isn't it? Just the understanding. You know people, some people better than others,
Yeah.
and I imagine there is quite the symbiotic link in terms of when you know someone very well, you don't have to communicate as much, or you know what kind of information is integral to communicate and to share.
Well, we are getting to the bookend of this first half. It's looking good for Swole Patrol in the early stages, but the Thieves certainly coming back online now. Back towards B they go. 4 players on this side of the map. We have seen some aggression, some adaptive, aggressive play from Swole Patrol once they give up the banana area. We could see more of the same now. Cooper coming in with the flashbang. He's got 2 of them as well, right? So you can flash over once to avert their gaze, then double flash down to actually secure the frag. Here comes the maneuver now. Cooper, he's not even going to set them up by the look of things. Let's go for a dry swing. Why would they do that, Chad? Got 2 flashes there on Cooper. As you can see on your screen, ready to go. Why wouldn't you flash?
I think what they wanted to do was get a little bit of free information. It hasn't worked out that way.
Yeah.
Just because they don't have a lot to work with here. We can see there's not even a single defuse kit on play for the side of Swole Patrol. So almost a bare bones buy going into this one. They didn't want to give away anything extra, but by doing so, by cutting that corner, well, Freakazoid's been taken out of the equation here, and they will have to battle back with 40 seconds left on the clock in a 4-on-5 disadvantage, which does look like it's going to be an A finish. We saw what Food could do before from the pit position. One would believe he's there again. There's the fake. Smokes come in, nades to follow. It's all a ruse.
Look at Food.
Oh, no!
Look at Food. He's eating it up. The bait. Hook, line, and sinker. And it looks like with the bomb down, Marquis still alive. The 3v3 after plan is going to be a mission for the CTs. They may want to bide their time for the last.
Yeah, I think you might be right there, Alex, considering Jacob just got a kill for the smoke towards Library as well. It looks like they're going to have to hightail it back towards the B side, turtle up and hold on to the little they have going into the final round. Scores so far, Cooper again performing here on Inferno. He has been setting the scoreboard ablaze over 3 maps here. Still not quite good enough. Food had his moments in the earlier stages of Inferno, but starting to drop off now. Liaz, though, haven't said his name too much in the series so far. Normally one of the upcoming stars for 100 Thieves, and this is a much better performance by him. Jacob with 2 frags in the round. Been solid throughout. The bomb will take him down, unfortunately, in the corner.
All right, boys. Look, it's been a long series. We've gone the distance here. We've gone to map number 3. I was wondering if everybody's favorite observer, Mr. Rushley,
Sure.
would like to...
Or green, as we call him.
Yeah, or green. Would like to cast this last round for us.
Oh,
It would be a treat, Rush. You know we'd
I'll
really
give it a good go. You know.
Do you need a co-caster, or are you good by yourself?
Well, you know, if you got something to input, unlikely, I suppose. But I mean, if you do, then
All right, you know what? You can
You
take
solo,
us away, Rush.
Well,
Why don't you just
all
go
right,
after?
we're gonna see a standard setup. However, we do have a few extra CTs here on the banana side of the map. 2 players waiting though for any aggression, but do they know if Cooper's got into this position? Little camera showing that.
Ooh.
No Molotovs yet. Doesn't look like they're looking towards it. However, Jacob, he's on the money with this one. Zels is probably going to swing to help out his teammate, but oh, goodness no. The banana.
That's the just Harry. That's the just Harry right there.
This is good. Keep going,
The
Rush. Keep
banana
going.
aggression fails that round, and a little bit of molly damage taken. Marquis coming in for the help to support Freakazoid here. Does have a Molotov. That's going to be a pivotal bit of utility. Does get it down. That's massive. Liaz looking over the incandescence of the flame. Does spot one, but Freakazoid close to the molly has the advantage. It's all falling apart here for Swole Patrol. Food last line. Will he make a meal of it?
Oh, that
As it
wasn't bad,
takes him
actually,
down.
Rush. Closes out for the half as well.
And
Quick.
that was a quick half there, and here's all the crazy stuff that I didn't catch, and we'll see you after the break, guys.
isn't over yet. You lost one fight, but it's not the end. So get back up and fight again. Take one step, take another. Find the strength for your brothers. Erase the doubt with your battle cry. Clash of steel spills your blood. A whispered out fills your
DJ, we have 100 Thieves and Swole Patrol, and we have just one more half of Counter-Strike to conclude our second game of a brand new group. It's our very first day of Group C and D. We're covering a little bit of both, keeping our thumbs in all the pies, and a man who likes to put his thumb in anything is Mr. Greer. He's joining us in the studio today.
That's true. I have been known to be a baker in the past, Alex, and we'll find ourselves cooking up a storm here in the second half. We're rushing down middle. We've removed the HUD to give you a full graphical experience here as they'll be rushing in towards B as Swole Patrol. We'll be losing the first player, but they've made their way through, and there's 4 players behind them towards Banana. Have you ever seen anything like it?
What the bloody hell is going on here? Okay, well, it's a different bit of a role reversal as the CTs swarm up Banana, now flooding into the site. It's all passive. Zelsis going unchecked on Nubox, hasn't done anything with it, and the Gratis faction has done enough to put this round under 100... Oh, screw you guys. 100 Thieves remit. Say it wrong for us, please.
I was going to say, there's no kid in play. If Marky gets another kill, that round does become interesting. But we're seeing more and more of this CT-sided aggression on maps like Dust 2, Inferno now it's coming in a lot. Liquid love to do it. Just pushing on these CT sides and making sure that there's no question mark about what these Ts have in store. They'll take any questions away and they'll give them the answer, and that's aggression. And the Thieves will go up to 10 rounds here.
I do like the CT push down middle. It is kind of inspiring me with confidence when I see it happen, because you know they're not going to be able to set any sort of execution up, any sort of strategy, anything they had in mind will be shut down. And take a pause, boys. If you're not sure what's the situation is, take a pause, as it doesn't matter too much, I suppose, but still, buying in spawn after freeze time, really a sign that things aren't going too well.
Freakazoid, I think, dropped him across an SG, and normally if you do that, you're expecting a pistol back in exchange. You think, help me out with something, man. So that explains the awkward dance we just saw go on down. One of the problems here for the Thieves is they are opting to wield 4 MP9s going up against 2 SGs. That M4 in the hand of Gratis faction may be integral here, as we're on board with Food, who's on his own searching with the SG, as now he'll meet on up with Freakazoid. But this is normally very dangerous. You don't want to be alone when you have one of the only upgraded weapons on your side.
It's going to flush them out. They're going to take the fight, and they're going to win it initially. Double kill in favor of Swole Patrol, and they're charging straight towards the B side. Graz faction is going to get there in time. He opts for the slow walk into construction, throwing the bomb across, enables Cooper to be getting that one down. However, that slight delay That slight delay on the plant won't haunt them for the first. Graz faction secures it, but the second was where it mattered. And now Zelsis is still alive and kicking. Low, but alive.
3 towards Banana, though. No one on this side whatsoever. There's no smoke to flush them out, but there are low HP players on the other side.
No kits.
No kits available. M4 recovered. I think they just have to save it. The smoke and spawn pretty much confirms it. Swole Patrol bounce back after losing the pistol. The second round is theirs. Now got to keep up with the Krieg in pairs there as well. Remember that awkward purchase they had into the round as well? You can forget that as they upgrade to another Galil. Freakazoid just steals that away just before the bomb goes off as well, throwing away the submachine gun and getting out safely as well. Well done to them. They're right back in this one. That's a massive upset in round number 2 here. It's going to have to be the force buy and response from 100 Thieves, as we'll see them save the M4 and MP9. You'll see more of the same here. Maybe a cheeky shotgun thrown into the mix. Does make an appearance every now and then on Inferno. Not for now, though.
As much as we talk up how good an MP9 is or how good the SMGs can be in certain situations, when I see teams buying almost the lion's share, yeah, I still don't like it. Now that the FAMAS is a little bit cheaper, I think that should come into the mix more. I wouldn't say buy 4 of them in lieu of 4 MP9s, but don't have that many SMGs in the mix. There's other teams who we've spoken about it where they've been able to make the second round work. Like if you go up against Fnatic and you want to buy on your second round, they didn't get the plan on pistol, 4 MP9s, that's fine. You know they're only going to have Glocks. And then maybe you have a bonus round
situation
in mind,
against like no helmets or something.
Yeah, but if you are going up against a team who you're not quite sure, will they force buy? What type of look are we having here? The MP9s, they're just not going to come in.
Oh, he didn't check his close corner, and that's a very big pickup for Zelsis. Not only does it typically...
It's coming to you all night long. DJ Machine.
That's right.
Hitting the decks.
Liquid drum and bass. That'll get the party moving. The party started.
Let's get to Boot House after this. I'm sure we can crack down a couple of DJ sets from there.
Yeah. Not quite the time for it.
No.
45 seconds on the clock, speaking of time, and that nade, oof, right onto the left bicep of Freakazoid on his advance up middle. It's just to stop him from finding a frag. And Liaz, oh, good grief, so many opponents. He will do well to find one, but a heavy advantage for Swole Patrol into A.
Yeah, that should be it. The other 2 players are towards the B side of the map here. JKS and Jacob will recover a UMP. A MAC-10, but that's about it. The round should be done with the bomb going down towards A. This one will go the distance now. Swole Patrol starting to stand up on the second half. Lost a pistol in the first and the second half, but managing to convert here. 2 and 3 will be landing in their favor, bringing us to a 10-8 scoreline. 3 players surviving once again with the rifles. Absolutely fine to stay in the pit. As you can see, Chad, the bombs at the back, meaning you take less damage on the explosion.
Yeah, and 4 will probably fall in their favor as well, right? Because right now, Thieves, after going for a force buy in that round right there, will have to reconsider things for the remainder of this half. You can see right now, Azza, who only has 400 to his name, Liaz 600, they're going to get the second round loss bonus, which will be $1,900. It's not enough to justify a force buy. It's not really enough to justify anything, really. Maybe some P250 scattered across the board. It would be the level of investment I'd be looking for here. And that's where the trade came in towards top Banana. They finished it off over towards A. Liaz did his absolute best with what he had.
Wasn't quite enough, though, was it?
No.
So they'll save the SMGs, but as Chad mentioned, they don't really have the resources to bring much else forward. Upgraded pistols, no armor, and we will always see ourselves at this point with some sort of stack. A weird setup, and for now they've chosen towards the quad side, not B. Going to be tucking themselves in towards Boiler Room and pushing the apartments with 4 players.
That'll be heard, most likely, won't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Living a dangerous life, Freakazoid, having a reload out in the open, not expecting any drive-by Deagles to be challenging him out in apps just yet. Boiler Molotov does not force anyone into the crosshairs of Cooper. But if Zelsis was to find this frag and pull the site clear...
Well, that spam's nice.
Yeah.
There's no way they expect him to be this up close and personal.
Yeah, good point. Nice distraction. Swing on the MP, or the MAC-10, I should say, will be enough. Zelsis wins the round pretty much with that single play and a bit of spammage from the Krieg.
exits are on the cards now for the Thieves. There's no reason to go for this.
Yeah, that's about all they can go for. And there's no reason to hunt if you're Swole Patrol unless you're the Mac 10 user, I suppose. Food needs to be careful. He's got backup, though, from the boiler room. Cooper will protect him. The Eagle should be able to connect this final bullet. It's not going to happen, though. That's a shame. It will be Grandest Faction missing out on a kill. One of those key exit frags not found. Azza. They'll be towards top of middle. Same story, though, I'm afraid, as Swole Patrol close the gap to just one round, 10-9, to make it 3 in a row now, as we'll enter round number 20.
They're doing it, boys.
They are. Can you imagine the upset this would be, considering the group and how stacked it is with the North American names here? If Swole Patrol come out and beat 100 Thieves, that would be a disaster for that campaign.
Now, they're called Swole Patrol because they don't have an organization.
Exactly.
So if that doesn't add anything to the continued context we keep giving you all, I don't know what does.
100 Thieves might be the biggest name in esports like right now in terms of following and brand recognition. Yeah, it's kind of nuts when you compare it like that.
A stark contrast, but a very close game. Mismatched in organizational support, but certainly not in the server today.
You can see how tough this round is going to be for the Thieves. They lent 3 players over towards top banana. They drop a half-full smoke and a bunch of nades, none of which do any damage. And now, with a minute 26 left on the clock, there's only 1 Molotov remaining and 3 smokes.
Oh, good damage. Not quite enough from Liaz, though, as he's going to get knocked off his perch. And look at them go. They're wrapping straight towards long. As has been flashed in, that's positive. And so is that. In the smoke, he does damage. Grabs Faction onto Food. Back's turned, and Jacob can slap him. It's just down to Cooper. A 1v2, but I'm not sure if he's going to have too much time to reposition. He gets that bomb down, and he does peek into it. Good damage inflicted already. He's going to peek off the flash. He knows where they are. He can't quite get it. Jacob spins his Pokeball to perfection and pops himself a Cooper in his back pocket.
A Cooper Trooper. Yeah, that was a very good effort there from Cooper, I have to say. The fact he almost gets that double spray down, it looked so good at the flashbang as well, wasn't quite enough, and Jacob will close out the round with 3 huge kills towards the end. Still a very close game and an expensive round for the CTs. As you can see on the seats right inside of your screen, money will be low. They're going to have to invest in with a couple of M4s. For masses, maybe an SMG or 2, but it's enough to win the round. Fully equipped our Swole Patrol here after winning 3 rounds in a row convincingly. They're giving out the 5 Kriegs up against the UMPs, MP9s, and what's left, Jacob surely has a rifle available to him. JKS with nothing right now. He's got USP.
He's been left high and dry.
If you take a time out, if you don't know what's happening, boys. If you're confused, take a time out.
Someone dropped him a gun. They were playing hide and seek with it.
He recovers it. It's all fine. But that's twice in this map alone. We've had heads being scratched in spawn.
Yeah, Marquis had his head blown off with the nades. Look at his health. Before a single bullet is fired, he's been chunked down to 13. So they'll use him now as a low health scout into the site if they do choose to commit. We can see the half-wall smoke from JKS. He'll be throwing that one out just to try and fake the retake. It doesn't look like they're posturing to do so. Instead, it's Jacob. He's done it again. This Norwegian superstar saving 100 Thieves and some of their negligence. Every single time there's a oopsie on one side, Jacob pulls them across the finish line.
That's the tax he has to pay in the team, Alex. Used to playing 60% over there in Norway. Has to do the same thing over here in the Thieves.
He's just been bailing them out of their slight slip-ups. You know, there's a banana skin, but he's far too wise. That flash is perfect, but Cooper didn't check him, and now he gets the frag. He could be acing it right here, right now. He knows the flash came from Banana's side. Jacob's won them the round. He will not find the ace, though, and Food. Maybe he wants to question this one round.
There is a chance, Alex, if he gets his bomb planted. Oh, I might be able to think here now. Assuming they're close by, he can still get the C4 down, no problem. Left in a 2 versus 1. An absolutely colossal round.
What
He picks it up.
on?
I don't know why they're not addressing this sooner. They're coming from Banana together. They've got utility, a couple of HEs, they throw them at the back, good to go. Molotov gives out the position of 1, Gratisfaction flashes over, and Food is in an ideal spot to win this now, 1 versus 1. Has he worked out there together, though? Time will tell. One player to find, it's Liaz with just a UMP, and somehow, he's not looking his direction. I don't know what happened there, Chad. It's all fallen apart. He had the perfect, it was nowhere near the bomb. He must have assumed he was in spawn. He had to have assumed.
Play the Benny Hill music. I don't understand how you have such a fantastic spray down from Jacob. Then he overcommits for that last kill because he's on a heater, right? He's already done all the hard work. He gets taken down. Then Food is put in a more than winnable situation. and has absolutely no idea where the last member is, just like JKS. We have a hard time finding the UMP at the start of the round. We have a hard time finding the UMP at the end of the round.
4 bloody kills from Jacob, and it's still down to a 1v1.
What's he got to do, Alex?
Honestly, 100 Thieves are making it as difficult as possible to get themselves across this line. Food, admittedly, a fantastic contribution. This nade really threw him off, yeah. He couldn't quite piece it together. To be fair, he's not observing the trajectory. You just had to try and suss it out from where it landed, but that wasn't a guarantee. He could have come from multiple directions. Food just got thrown off.
I can't believe the rounds we're seeing here, boys. A lot of pressure on the server right now. It's the opening game of this group, but you can see there's a lot on the line. This one couldn't be closer. A 2 versus 1 doesn't fall in the favor of Food there after filling his plate with a winnable situation. Find ourselves with Jacob at 23 frags. Azzo at the bottom again, Chad. 9 and 13. To be fair,
territory, Henry. I know what it feels like.
his teammate's not far ahead. He's going to have gratification on 11. Hasn't really set the world ablaze with the AWP so far. 12-9, they still have the lead. Another important round here. Both teams fully invested.
They're going to double nade him close to this half wall. Just single nade. Thought better of the double nade. If we didn't paint the picture well enough for you before, over within this North American group, top 4 is what you need within the round robin stage to progress you through to the brackets. And the upper is definitely where you want to start. So for the Thieves, if they were to go down here to the lowest rated team of the group, they would be really just hurting themselves before things really get underway. They've got to play big names, e.g. the Liquids of the world. MIBR and Fury are going to be in striking distance. You don't want to be stumbling at the first hurdle. Especially
considering it's a toss-up, you know. In this group, it's not a guarantee for anyone. Because of EG, Liquid, MIBR, the list is long. 100 Thieves, their spot is far from a guarantee into the bracket. I mean, of course, we have to remember that this the Americas is handled differently to EU. We don't have a stage 2 of sorts.
Yeah. Well, both teams have almost bottomed out here with their grenades. Not too many pieces of utility left. And what is in the favor of Swole Patrol is they are going to get a 5-on-3 as that last-minute rotation comes on in.
It's the flashbang from Azza. It's going to be everything. The flash is delivered, and the shots start to be coming through. It's JKS, though, mowing them down with this Krieg. One more will do it, and it's Azza to finish things off there. The flashbang was so vital. He threw it perfectly. Got the assist on 2 as he comes through. 13-9, and the money should be broken. Swole Patrol in a similar situation. They found themselves on Vertigo towards the tail end of it. A good comeback at this point, though. Money absolutely wrecked. Gonna have to take the eco or at least a timeout. Discuss their options. There it is as we get into the next round here.
This is, I mean, the timeout, the US Air Force tactical timeout is going to be crucial. This choice will influence the outcome of the game, could very well be deciding the outcome of the game. If they take a risk and it's squandered, they're staring down the barrel of what would be match point with the broken bye.
It's definitely rough out there for Swole Patrol and any of their fans who may be watching and tuning into this one here. With 1 timeout left on the board, I'm not even sure if we'll see it get called between now and the end of the game. I think they should save, concede 14. We've seen it before, teams be able to battle on back.
So they've spoken to their coach, A to Z, and now a choice, A or B.
Oh, they went all in.
It's all in. All the chips now lying in the center of the table here in our ESL Season 11 pot. First opening game for both of these teams. They've already highlighted the stakes. One team is playing from their Cash App compound, the other are in their boxer shorts at home.
Yeah, different scenes, but still a very exciting one here developing on the server. 13-9 right now. 100 Thieves were the heavy favorites coming into this one, but first map fell against them. Gratisfaction in trouble, though. They don't check the position, but surely this player towards middle will find him. How's he not gone down? A couple of kills coming in favor. Make it 3 for the Swole Patrol as they find themselves in a 3 versus 2 advantage. Shots fired off. Jacob thinking better of it already. Just want to hold on to the Krieg, it would seem.
This is, for rounds like this, unfortunately, we have chasing and hunting in the game. But look, for rounds like this, you just want to be able to hit the next button, right? To get the action going, because it didn't even feel like the round should have panned out that way. The player on balcony, sure, he had to look a little bit towards middle because that arch side got smoked off.
Do you have Skybox running? Can we just, while this bomb and they sit in spawn, we could just see that again?
Yeah, let me just try and
See
bring
if, I mean,
this
I know
up
I'm
for
throwing you under
everybody.
the bus here.
No, that's all right. We should be able to bring this up in time for everybody at home. Just give me one moment here.
Because it just felt like the round ended. Here we are.
All right, so we can play this out. You can see Gratisfaction close middle. Jiggle Peaks doesn't see a lot. He's going to drop a molly just to stop the pop out of middle. As they're setting up their nades here, you're going to see Grat drop a smoke towards window as they're coming on through. That smoke slowed them down, but because he was blind, he only saw Zelsis, and then Liaz gets overwhelmed in pit. Azza does his best to plug the hole that Gratisfaction just left. He gets traded out, and at that point, they have to save.
Yeah, round one. And it was all that gap on Grat. He was holding middle, quote unquote, holding middle, and just avoiding the flash and staring at the wall for a fraction of a second. Left with very little chance for his teammates to defend on A. Round 24 then. Swole Patrol, they managed to make that force buy work. They took the timeout and it paid dividends.
Okay, that smoke missed this time round, but traditionally you're seeing Zelsis throw that to extinguish the CT-sided Molotov towards the top of that wall.
Yeah, indeed. Bit more of a somber approach here from both teams. No one really forcing aggression at the very start, but it's starting to posture outside middle. Swole Patrol need to start chaining some rounds together here if possible. Smoke off towards Arch, but not a sign of their final commitment. Maybe this is, though. Flashbang's over. 3 players make their way through successfully. Flash towards Arch now. Do they want to do it again?
They're going through. It hit
Hits
him.
him.
They know.
They know for sure. Oh, Jacob. He does manage to get one despite his whereabouts being sussed out. One towards the balcony. Grat jiggling for that information, but now his job is long. He's managed to take another double kill from Grat in this round. Liaz is about to lose half of his health. And all of his health, thanks to food. This should be an easy cleanup for Azza.
He should be focusing site here. Ignore the pick guy. Lock the site player in. Get your rotation to come on over. Then deal with the site player. Sorry, the pit player.
They have a bit of utility here. The smoke with the defuse, I would imagine, but they have to find the kills first. Azza has done a good job of being patient. Now they can isolate that pit player with the smoke down. He knows it as well, and that's going to be food sent packing. Double kill required here, and a decent effort again from Cooper, but one that won't be realized. It's going to be 14 to 10, as we'll see the plant come through. The loss bonus currently set at 1900, as the extra 800 comes through. Another eco scenario at 14 to 10. They have got 4 grand on 3 players. I think they buy this one.
Yeah.
Shadow Monus, if you look at the 3 AKs out and 2 SMGs or pistols. But great play on the fact they were flushed out towards the trash position. Jacob knew he had to get at least one. He delivers, and JKS for a decent clutch at the end. Just managed to swing around and finish things off. So they had 1 timeout remaining, not going to use it. They do buy up with the 3 rifles, and it's a CZ and MAC-10 to try and deny series points.
Not ideal. Not ideal by any stretch, but very valid chance. And ooh, Cooper flashed off, but quick reactions enable him to scarper before any CT gaze heads his way.
Can we get Jacob a rifle, please?
Yeah, he's been instrumental in their success.
Give the big man something to work with here. Don't leave him on that little pea shooter.
He's lining up with what seemed to be a P for the half-wall smoke. So that's the perfect lineup from Jacob. Thank you for coming to Norwegian Tutorials. Quick bloom and a molly in front of it does completely set up a wall. Banana trying to funnel them into the CT stack. 3 members waiting around A. Oh, where did Zelsis' health just go? He was double naded on Banana half wall.
Cooper's orbs everything here. If they want to find an opening, he's the man who's going to have to provide it right now.
Freakazoid just staring at him like, let's see what you got, bro. Let's see what you got. He's going to be clearing out towards mini pit. Jiggle. Only going to be the tag. He's done well to hit that shot, but that may not be enough.
Yeah, you can see them turtling up on the bomb side now. It will be an A finish coming in from Swole Patrol. Good opening pick from Freakazoid. That's going to be a conversion as Cooper does the initial damage here, but still the bomb goes down. It buys time, but maybe not the round. 3 on 2, Jacob out of position, and the money is low as well. They might have to save again. They've already called it. Back they go. They can't handle these CZs.
That's huge from Swole Patrol. 2 rounds. two rounds that both of them required some significant preparation, execution, and Liaz getting overwhelmed is becoming quite the recurring theme of the second half.
Yeah, from that pit position, your bicycle player is normally the electronics of the world, who all we do is sit there and talk about how magnificent they are from that position. Now, sure, you have to be mechanically a good player to hit those shots, but you don't have to be a master. That's one of the most sought-after positions to play on Inferno. Can I be the pit anchor? People call as they jump into their ESCA pub. People want that role because it's a multi-fragging position. If you're not going to multi-frag from there, get out. Let someone else stand there. Put Jacob there, put JKS there. Now, obviously, those two individuals are over on the B site. We know that's not how this works, but we need to be seeing a little bit more than one frag.
Yeah, one, especially close quarters against the MAC-10s and CZs. Typically, when you look at Twist or Electronic against a buy like that, you see 3 to 4 frags in quick succession, half a clip used.
And in a Molotov.
And they run out of flames and smokes. Yeah, it can hurt. It really can. But Liaz, perhaps a little bit of a flaw in the 100 Thieves defense at this point for a site.
Last few rounds here, potentially. Swole Patrol will hold on. Just 2 more required for 100 Thieves, and they will close the series out, their first game here at EPL Season 11. Hasn't been the best showing, doesn't instill me of confidence about the rest of their year. But for now, finishing off the task at hand is their main objective. Up against MAC-10s and Kriegs here. JKS boost on the Atrium.
There's no way Cooper's checking this. Oh, Molly is going to be burning pretty good for Azza. He's going to have attention drawn his way. There's no doubt about that. But Jacob, he's unwilling to swing. Now they come in, and so do the CTs in quick reaction. JKS, Azza, both filling the feed, looking very positive for 15 here. Cooper does claw one back, and another one so quick on the trigger. He can back away now. He might be able to rejoin. If Marky gets the frag onto Grat, we got game time here. Grat, what are you doing?
What is going on?
Get your nades out your hands. You're all that stands on B, and they're coming your way. Double Molly. He can't push through that even if he wanted to.
Oh, it's all going to fall apart here, potentially. The bomb will go down. They're starting to panic here, 100 Thieves. This was a locked-in round, a great setup towards middle. They still had the man advantage with Cooper low, but he got the double kill to find them in this situation. He'll need a couple more now.
Clearing.
If he gets this, if he gets another one,
he does.
He does. I mean, 100%. Here it comes. Graz faction's gone down. They're running out of options. Both hiding by Nubox. That makes me a little nervous. And tag into Liaz. Job should be done, but now he's missed. And now JKS is in a 1v1.
He's got a kid.
Marky has to defend this. Time is his best friend. And JKS, he's just staring. He wants to close the gap as best he can. He's running out of time, and now he's run out of life. Marky saves the day for Swole.
That is not good news for 100 Thieves. Amazing performance from Cooper. The fact he had such low HP, it was a 5-on-3 to kick things off as well. They go back towards the B bomb site in Gratisfaction. He drops the ball somewhat there. He gives him access towards the bomb site. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, that's insane, dude. I really enjoyed that one. In Gratisfaction, so he spots him, and why doesn't he throw it like straight away? Like he's a little bit apprehensive, gives him a bit of access there. The smokes go down, Molotovs towards coffins, and at this point, Marky can close it out. If they win this in regulation now, they can thank him as the money is broken. 100 Thieves will have to go down to just the USPs, and we'll see them flashed over towards Banana. Only one player there, though, Zelsis, and now Marky, so there is a chance for a kill as they're getting ready. Flash goes over. Is there a chance? Good flash. Could get 2 kills out of this.
Marky's done well there. Does live to fight another day. He's got the same amount of health as he does kills now, though. Going to be at the back lines up against the rest of the USPs. This one should just be a quick open and shut case, and it does seem like the case is close to be closed.
Just quickly, if we want to do some fast or quick maths, there'll be 2,400 coming into the bank balance of the 100 Thieves players next round, which means Liaz is going to find himself at, what would that be, 2,650. Azza will have 2,750 if he doesn't find another kill. And Gratisfaction, the author of the team, who has definitely been getting out-orped just by clear stats, not necessarily by head-to-head duels, is only going to have that 1,900 plus the 24. So the buys on those 3 individuals who I've just outlined right there are going to be relatively compromised, right? It won't be full nades. You'll be missing a Molotov or a smoke. You probably won't have defuse kits on all of your members here. And if Swole Patrol are able to pick up the next round, they're on to win the game.
I think they might be. They're bringing it right around. Cooper, another epic performance from him. 26 kills, looking for 28. 2 players towards T-Spawn. And they'll get both. Well, a chance to get a creek here, but unlikely he holds on to it. Gratisfaction will know there's players nearby. Marky needs to be very careful, though. So grabbing the creek, Marky with 2 HP, jumps across, doesn't want to be touched by that bomb. He just wants to get the hell out of there. They have to give up the fact they've given the creek over to Gratisfaction. Not the end of the world, but certainly not the best results considering he entered over USP.
And $1,900.
Yeah, so he's going to have enough to drop an M4 now, which he will. 14 to 13. Swole Patrol have used the majority of their timeouts. Haven't seen too many from 100 Thieves here. One more round still for series point.
JKS still yet to buy. There it is. And we're off to the races.
One defuse kit in play. That's in the hands of Liaz. Everybody else will be operating with the 10-second defuse if we do come down to a post-plant situation. Swole Patrol, with this round in their back pocket, will break the economy of the Thieves once again. In the following round, they will only be able to net themselves 2,900. So if they don't win this, if they don't hold on to any weapons, hope is starting to go flying out that window real quick.
Smoke and incendiary combo used towards B. 100 Thieves with an inquisitive play just to work out if anyone was by the half wall. They've confirmed the barrels are clear and indeed the sandbags as well. They'll rotate Jacob back towards A. 3-man stack once again towards quad. Liaz this time the player up on towards the atrium position. Freakazoid takes an A to the face. The flashbangs are decent. The kills, however, falling in favor of 100 Thieves here. They're going to find series point in this round, surely. Cooper has pulled off some absolutely sensational plays so far, but he'll have to replicate them again here as he's smoked out. He'll fall back, and he might be able to smoke on top of the bomb and grab it. That's his only chance of winning this, and it's not going to work out. Jacob will get him and find series point. Money's actually completely destroyed for Swole Patrol as well, because he's 1,400, the bottom of the barrel in terms of loss bonus after winning 3 rounds in a row. This could be their unraveling. They've come so far, and they'll have 1 timeout left, I believe. Probably going to have to use it here, and there it is. And for now, they can buy 1 AK-47 for Zelsis with armor. The rest of them, like Galil's, pistols, SMGs. Really not looking good. This is where they should be closing out the game, Chad. Surely 100 Thieves get over the line here.
Well, considering how many times they've given up that A bomb site, how difficult it's been to retake for the likes of JKS and Jacob, who have just continued to save. If I'm Swole Patrol, I'm pulling out a pocket strategy right now, and I'm exploiting that weakness. You saw how 100 Thieves had to change their setup. So many more individuals invested towards that quad position so they wouldn't lose top mid. The likelihood of them doing that in back-to-back rounds, quite slim here. So if I was Swole Patrol, whatever you had planned in the previous, go for something similar right now. You might be able to pull it off. You might be able to push this to your 14th round and then be 1 away from overtime. This isn't done yet. There's still a chance here. Swole Patrol have converted me slowly throughout the day to believing that...
a legit team?
Yeah, they pick them up, somebody.
Yeah, well, they definitely deserve an organization. The fact they're in the EPL enough, is that slot alone is worth its weight in gold. We'll see whether they can hold on, though. This is going to be a very difficult round. Smoke towards Arch deployed. One player positioned towards the apartment area. That's Gratisfaction with the orb this time. Easy first kill. It's food that goes down. Can they close it out right here, right now? First series of the EPL Season 11. It was a labored one, but they might have done enough here.
Looking good. You said Liaz has to multi-kill. This is his chance, and good damage. Only the one. It's Jacob who has the chance to throw the knockout blow, and all onto Marky. He does do well to find the head of Azza, but with just 24 points of health and 12 bullets in the clip,
he
can totally win this. He's got himself a rifle now. It will be the M4. Fresh mag might be an option. 9 bullets. He'll get themselves sorted out. 60 seconds, they know where he is, and they have got no excuse. But now they do. Gratisfaction's gone down, a 1v1. Chad saw it coming. Did Marky, though? He's on for an ace clutch. 4 kills. Last 2 with just 24 points of health, but JKS, he's so healthy. He's got the Krieg. He should get this kill every day of the week, and he does. 100 Thieves get across the line just by a gnat's wing.